Despite the Cougars' poor performance last football season, head coach Paul Wolf has been able to bring in a recruiting class of 24. Let's now meet the newest members of the Cougar family.
The men's basketball team demolished the Delta Devils last week, but how did they fare against in-state rival, the Eastern Washington Eagles? Plus, Jasmine Perkins reached record highs yesterday. I've got an exclusive interview all coming up on FSN's Cougars All Access. Under a new coaching staff, the Explosion are gearing up to play host to the IBL's Western Conference Playoff Tournament beginning tomorrow.
While the Cougars are hoping for 2 wins this weekend, I spoke earlier with head coach Matt Potter, who says only 1 win is crucial for the team's placement in this year's NCAA tournament.
Good evening and welcome to Inside the Lines. I'm Riley Corcoran.
And I'm Michelle Ludtka. Thanks for joining us tonight live in Studio A here in the Merle Complex on the WSU campus. We've got a good one for you tonight, so let's get right to it, Riley. Coming up tonight in sports, the WSU women's basketball team claims Pac-10 honors and a former Hawk takes flight. I'm Lauren Ludtka. Stay tuned. Sports is next. Welcome back. It was announced earlier today that 2 WSU freshman basketball players have earned recognition on all Pac-10 conference teams. Guard Kiki Moore and center Carly Noyes were both selected by a panel of media members to the 5-member Pac-10 Media All-Defense team. Moore was also named to the Pac-10 Media All-Freshman team. The San Francisco native finished the season as the Pac-10 leader in steals, while Noyes leads the conference in blocks. The good news for the Cougars came just at the right time as the team gears up for Pac-10 tournament play to begin this Thursday. Now, speaking of Pac-10 tournament play, the WSU men's basketball team begins their quest tomorrow. The number 9 seeded Cougars are pitted against the number 8 seed Oregon. In the last 2 meetings between the schools, the Ducks have taken the W both times. Now, hopefully, Casto, Thompson, and Moore have brought their A games down to Los Angeles because based on the way the team has been playing, they're going to need all the help they can get. Coverage of the event begins tomorrow at 8 p.m. on FSN. The Cougs took the court last Thursday night, hoping to replay the Bruins for their loss handed to them in their last meeting. Malcolm Lee of the Bruins has the ball. Lee passes it off to Dracovic, who drives it in for the dunk. The Cougs are quick to answer back, though, as Xavier Thames hits the 3. That was one of the 3 3-pointers made by the Cougs out of the 19 attempts in the game. Reeve Nelson's with the easy lay-in. Now, what was that move? Doesn't Dracovic know this isn't soccer he's playing? Well, it didn't seem to faze Thompson as he drained the 3. Not so lucky this time as UCLA steals the ball from Thompson, bringing it back down the court with the pass off to Nelson, who makes the bucket, but in turn falls flat on his face. Now, this was no silly slip-up. Nelson came down so hard, he cut open the skin around his eye. End of the game now, and it's almost as if the Cougs have completely given up. The fans seemed to give up too, as the Bruins took this one 71-51. Coach Bone had this to say about his young team's performance after the game.
We had a bad night. In a nutshell, that's the deal. We had a bad night.
So the weather finally decided to cooperate as the Mariners took the field today for their first full squad workout of this year's spring training. Just days after the rain has thrown curveball after curveball to the clubhouse, the all too familiar faces began their work. Mariners manager Don Wakamatsu says the big thing today was just getting everyone acclimated and back together as a group. Today's workouts included Jose Lopez trying out his skills at third and Cliff Lee taking the mound during a pickoff and bunt coverage drill. This was his first PFP since his foot surgery 18 days ago. While most call it hard work, Reggie Moore calls it fun.
I like to be in the gym. I like to shoot. I like to have a ball in my hand, just dribbling around and stuff. It's a lot of fun.
But all of the fun games the freshman guard is having is adding up to so much more for the WSU basketball program.
He's just been able to add another dimension that we wouldn't have had.
And with Reggie shooting a team second best of 13.2 points per game, his time on the court has been crucial for the Cougars.
He's an outstanding shooter. He can penetrate, he finds people. Some games he's had a lot of assists, and he's just being able to create opportunities for the whole team by his presence on the court.
While he's creating opportunities, Reggie has a more artistic way of understanding the sport.
Just the creativity of it, it's kind of like art to me. You can kind of do what you do as long as you get the job done. I love playing, you know. People always say, like, I'm a really shy guy, and they're like, how can you get out on the court and play in front of all those people? But I don't know, it's just like a home feeling.
The at-home feeling isn't the only thing putting Reggie at ease. With the help of a lucky pair of blue socks and a few superstitions, Reggie's getting the job done.
I'm really superstitious, so I don't like to split poles at all. When 11/11 comes around, I make wishes all the time.
And what about those socks?
I wear these socks under my white socks every day. I wear these blue socks just because that's like my favorite color. I put the white socks over so you can't really see them, just for me to see.
Now I'm sure all Cougar fans can agree that whatever it is that gets Reggie Moore to hit those beautiful rainbow shots, that he keeps it up for the next 3 years. Reporting from Pullman, Washington for ESPNU Campus Connection, I'm Lauren Ludtka.
There is nothing like the excitement of finding out your team has received an at-large bid for the NCAA tournament. While the excitement was short-lived, the memory has left the WSU baseball team wanting more and looking for it in places other than on the field. For the past 6 months, the Cougars could be found 6 mornings out of the week in the weight room with Assistant Director for Strength and Condition, Corey Metzger-Deacon.
Baseball's program is designed to develop overall power, strength, flexibility, fitness base, core strength, rotational power, and speed, agility.
In addition to the overall conditioning, the team is taking preventative measures to assure the players will come out swinging as soon as the season begins. As athletic trainer Chris Lang tells us, the adequate steps begin long before the players hit the field.
They come in, an hour or two before practice. We do a lot of heating activities, stretching. They do some rotator cuff exercises that work on their lower body and their lower half with their core and their legs and stuff too. Same thing with the shoulders, with keeping their shoulders stretched out and strong.
Another factor in the team's performance will be the leadership shown by the senior members of the team.
A couple guys that stick out would be the Michael Webbers, the Matt Finellis of the world, Michael Radigan, Connor Lambert, Seth Harvey. Those are the guys that can really help us and continue to that trend what our seniors did last year with the guys, the success that they had.
And how do all these things add up for the outlook of the program?
Good job, guys. Can't get any better than that.
In a way, I think our club's a little bit more talented. It's a little bit more athletic, especially offensively. It's the type of team I've always wanted to coach here.
Reporting for Cable 8 News, I'm Lauren Ludtka.